At the beginning of the film, it tells us that in 1979 a very large space station crashed in space and some parts of it fell on the ground. According to NASA, they had checked all the parts that fell on the ground. Now the story starts. In the desert, a man is shown standing who is very panicked. He reaches a phone booth and quickly calls a biologist. He tells this biologist that he has tried contacting NASA but received no response. Martin wanted to talk to him a bit more, but suddenly the storm in the desert intensifies greatly and the line gets cut. After 27 hours, we again see the same desert scene where Martin and his friend Atheus are. Well, these people now set out to search that part of the space station and do not see any people on the way. They reach the space station part but find out that the people there had sealed off this entire area or space station. Martin starts collecting a small sample of fungus there, and during this, we see that he did not notice the fungus on the ground that had entered his shoe, and now the fungus sample from in front of him, whose body had burst, all his organs had rotted, even his bones had decomposed, and his brain was also ruptured. These people looked over every house's roof in this area, every person's body was lying on the roof. Seeing this, Martin understands that this fungus first attacks people and creates such panic inside them that they are forced to climb on the roof where it kills them by entering their bodies. Well, now they collect the sample of this fungus and start leaving while we see that the fungus stuck in his shoe crosses his shoe, then his suit and enters into his body. Before she could tell her condition, she falls down. We see after falling, she vomits green-colored vomit and then the fungus reaches her brain. She only says, "Spread, spread." Here the trainee who was trying to stop her, now Martin gets up and attacks her and tries to take her gun. When he manages to take the gun, he wants to kill both the trainee and Robert, but suddenly the fungus had taken control of her brain and was making her do all this. If she stayed alive, the fungus would also stay alive with her, which would be dangerous for everyone. So she attacks her suit's air tube and releases. Now the fungus sample brought by the army is kept inside a highly secured facility. Years pass and no one even remembers that these people kept the fungus there. The army later hands over the place to LES. Seeing this, a man working here named Griffin becomes greedy. He decides to loot the storage unit. But the problem was that the night duty was not his. A man named Travis was on duty. The person who came here to see her honor, Travis, accompanies her. While dropping her at the lift, he hears a beep from his CB which he ignores. Some divine beings work here and she is repeatedly brought back to the same. Naomi had not received this signal yet, but after a while when another beep occurs, Naomi also hears it. After all this, the scene cuts, showing Robert, who is the same Robert from the start of the movie when that fungus. His phone is picked up by an officer named Abigail who tells him that an alert has arrived from a strange storage unit about a temperature breakdown. Hearing this, Robert panics. He tells everyone how many times he warned you. Here Robert immediately requests the military people to send some necessary equipment and convoy so that he can go to the storage unit and check everything there. On the other hand, in the storage unit we see these people now break the big wall made of fiber and try to look inside through a small hole. There was a very large system installed inside. These people now enlarge that small hole and enter inside. They do their work there. And Travis understands that this place used to be a military storage. Now Naomi takes a picture of the map, and from here Naomi also finds out that there is a huge bunker below the storage unit, and not just one but many bunkers. She wanted to go to all those levels in which Travis was also taken in, but he comes out and says he is not going. He says he has always obeyed everyone and always got trapped, but this time he won't. As soon as they enter, some sirens also go off and they start looking around. Here they see some things from 1979 like old suits, old equipment, and surprisingly, they start observing all these things. To go to the lower bunkers rows, which are about 500 feet deep, they go down and find a secret room with a warning that it should not be opened, but they open it and go inside. Here they notice a cheap thing. All the rats there were covered with that smelly fungus and had gone crazy. They were attacking each other and some even had their tails stuck together. Just near that door, Naomi's hand starts burning as if the door was blazing like a coal. When she tells Travis this, he understands that this place is not safe and they immediately leave from here. At this time, he must have been very terrified, as if he had committed a murder. He quickly opens the car's boot and we find out that he had only killed a cat, and that too accidentally, but now that cat was alive again. After that, his whole body gets filled with blood and fungus, and now it falls on this man as well, who also gets infected with the same fungus, and at that time the fungus starts vomiting, and it controls his brain again. His wife is now looking for Naomi. Meanwhile, inside the facility, we see that the deer who got infected operates the lift and goes inside it, and we find out what happened in the last few hours. Actually, a cockroach entered the fungus container. The fungus first infected it, and when the cockroach came out of the container, a rat tried to catch it but failed. Because of that rat, other rats got infected. When the cockroach went outside the vent, it was crushed under Mike's car and then the fungus. The scene returns to the present. We see Travis and Naomi running quickly towards the lobby, and they see that the infected deer has entered the lobby. The deer also senses their presence and quickly. And this time, fortunately, these people survive the fungus. Well, then he falls down and writhes, and then his body bursts. At that moment, a stab enters inside a wall. Here he takes out a gun and, laughing, tells Naomi that she did not listen to him, so he killed her cat to punish her. He was laughing crazily and was enjoying pointing the gun at them both. His words scare Naomi and Travis, and they run towards the storage area. Mike keeps firing at them, and the sound of gunfire wakes up the old lady who entered the storage area at the start of the movie. But by mistake, Travis's foot hits something, making a noise. Mike knows their location and is about to open fire on them when they close the suspicious shelter and Mike's weapon. Here Naomi, who is very panicked, now calls emergency numbers, and the call is detected by Abigail elsewhere. Abigail quickly informs Robert, who had landed at the airport at this time. So you can talk to them and guide them. After this, Naomi and Robert talk. Though Robert knew about the fungus, he asks many questions to Naomi, and Naomi answers all of them. Then Robert tells them, "You may have trouble with the traffic by now. The supervisor who planned to steal from the storage unit in the evening arrives here with his companions. The door downstairs was already open. You promised to support me and you are not doing so. I will take revenge on you for all this." Well, he sends his zombies to a storage unit where expensive TVs were kept just yesterday morning, and they wreck all the TVs. Where no one could even stop them by the force of guns, but it turned out that the man was actually Robert's and Trini's son. Well, now Robert had to leave for the mission, and Trini went with him alone because she had grown old. She blesses him and calls him Gud while inserting Doug in his ear. Meanwhile, Robert gets a call again from Abigail. Abigail tells him that it is going to rain, and Robert panics a lot, saying only water. Even his body was about to burst. Here, Travis and Naomi don't listen to Robert and come out of the storage unit, and they see that Mike, who had become a zombie, vomits the fungus onto all the looters present here, infecting them. Here, Travis does not tell that old lady anything and sends her towards the seedier area because it was less dangerous there. Around the lift, the entire fungus had spread. Now Griffin comes to Mike and points a gun at him. Travis did not want to open that unit because he knew that Mike had vomited all over those people, infecting them, so he had closed that unit himself. But Griffin did not listen and forcibly. With a fire extinguisher in hand, he chokes Travis's eyes with smoke and escapes from here. Now Griffin moves forward and opens the unit's door himself, and seeing his companions as zombies, he becomes shocked. He wanted to take him along, but his head splits into 4 parts in front of Griffin, and pieces of his brain fall around, and Griffin runs away from there. Meanwhile, we see Travis and Naomi. Because Robert had become old, and whatever task he had, he wanted these two to do it. He gives them suits to protect from fungus and also a bomb which they have to plant near the container where the fungus was. Robert guides them that if the bomb is not planted, then how will the world be saved from zombies ruling over humans? They had seen all this with their own eyes, so for the sake of humanity, he wanted to be part of this mission. Here he punctures the tires of all parked vehicles so that if any person comes out of the building, those vehicles will not be able to go far. At this time, we see from the cable satellite. Because the fungus on the torn man's body could reach him anytime, he shoots all the bikes lying around and sets them on fire, burning all the fungus. Now again, Travis and Naomi are. And only a few minutes were left before this bomb would explode. Meanwhile, they could not even run out of this facility. Due to the fear of blast, some alien-like energy enters their bodies, making them run so fast that no one can imagine. Before Robert could kill him, Mary, the old woman, comes and kills him, while inside Travis and Naomi face Griffin's sister, that infected girl, from whom they escape by changing their route. They lift Robert. As Naomi, Travis, and Robert move forward, a huge blast happens behind them and they escape that blast. Abigail watches via satellite that now no one remains. And Robert completed his mission until the last moments of his life. In the next scene, we see Robert admitted to the hospital where Abigail comes to meet him. She thanks him